Hello Virgo, and welcome to my channel White Angel Messages. I'm Angel. This Tarotscope reading is for the 16th to the 31st of March 2025. The links to your other placements and to your playlist are down below in the description box. Okay, let's take a look first at how the planets are positioned, and then we'll take a look at what messages the tarot has to say. Now, if you remember, Virgo, we started a Venus retrograde on the 1st of March, which will last to the 12th of April. And there's also the Mercury retrograde, which started on the 15th and will end on the 7th of April. Now, what's going to happen in the second 2 weeks of March is that these two retrogrades are going to take on a different version. At the moment, we're going to start off with seeing them at the beginning of these first 2 weeks. Sorry, the last 2 weeks, but these first 2 weeks that we're looking at here, okay, we're going to start seeing both the Venus retrograde and the Mercury retrograde in conjunction with the Sun, and it's going to be in Aries, okay? So what happens is that on the 22nd of March, we're going to have what's called a Venus star point. That is, it's a power day in the Venus retrograde. So you're going to get clarity and you're going to become wiser regarding a lesson in self-love and in relationship with others. Now, basically, we're all going to be seeing ourselves better in regards to what we give in love and what we take in love. Okay, so that's going to be a lesson for a little bit for all of us. Instead, on the 24th of March, with this situation, we have what's called the Mercury Cazimi. That is the power day for the Mercury retrograde. Okay, and despite the fact that we also have talked about this in the previous Tarotscope so that we could anticipate misunderstandings and avoid them, because it started off on the 15th. Okay, with March the 24th, we're actually going to get clarity to a message or to information, and we're going to have a very helpful conversation on the 24th. It's a very important day for clarification, which is actually quite positive. Now, what's going to happen at this point is that there's going to be a shift. Instead of being in Aries, the retrogrades are going to have a different version, and they're going to go into Pisces. Okay, so what does this mean? Well, the Venus retrograde in Pisces means that there are going to be some realizations that could also be painful in love matters. Basically, we're going to see the truth about people around us, but it's not actually come to hurt us. It's come to make us stronger because we finally see the truth, and it's going to allow us to move forward with grace. Okay, this doesn't mean the end of a relationship. Maybe the relationship had already ended and you were thinking about it, and you find out something that says, oh, what, you know what, that was the best thing that could happen. Good. And it allows you to move forward. Okay, so we actually become stronger and wiser, and we're going to start to accept only what we actually deserve. That is the best for us, which is a pretty good thing. It's a really good lesson for a lot of people. Okay, on the 29th of March, this version of the retrograde in Pisces is going to make us feel confused. Okay, it has to do, Mercury continues with its misunderstandings, but on the 29th, don't believe everything that you think or that you're going to say or that you actually hear from others. Reflect as much as possible. On the same day, we're having a solar eclipse that is going to be in Aries. Okay, that's the confusion is going to come there. But the fact that this solar eclipse is actually quite positive. Okay, it's going to be a new era that's opening up. When the solar eclipse happens, it gives us a lot of hope and a lot of energy to move forward. Okay, a lot of ideas are going to be coming through, especially through the next 6 months. So expect for things to happen. Now, especially for you, Virgo, your 8th house is going to bring a fresh new energy around emotional connections, or for some of you, financial matters. But remember that Mercury is still in retrograde. Okay, so take your time before signing anything, before making any binding commitments like legally, etc., or if it's a legal matter, take your time and read things very carefully. Okay, the following day, on the 30th of March, Neptune is going to be entering Aries. Okay, This has not happened since 1861, and it's a fantastic new beginning for everyone. It's the start of a new era because humanity is tired with things they don't know, things that are hidden, and not being able to do things. And this combination is going to open up the door to transparency, to the truth. Everything that was mysterious before is going to be revealed. The truth is the key word in this situation. And things are at this point are going to start happening. Basically, by knowing the truth, it's going to allow us to do a lot of things that we didn't do before because we didn't know a lot of things. So this is actually very positive. Okay, intense, right? March continues to be intense as it promised, especially the ending. But I love it because there's like the happy ending of opening up and starting something new. Okay, Spirit, let's take a look at what the cards have for you, Virgo. What can Spirit tell us that will help us to live better, live happier? Ooh, okay. Already one has come out. Let's see. The Wheel of Fortune. Oh, and we have it in the reverse. Why is that? Why do you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse? Something, yeah, the changes and the delays, because when it's in reverse, something gets blocked, basically. Mercury retrograde. Okay, that's coming in, so don't worry about it. Something will be delayed, and then we'll get unblocked eventually, because we're closing off this era, and we're starting right at the end of the 29th and the 30th, right? Okay, what else do we have, Spirit, for Virgo? Okay, we've got the Ten of Wands in the reverse. So you're getting really tired because you always work a lot, of course. And yeah, okay. So there are delays. You're really tired. You want to get things done and you're not able to because of this, because of the retrogrades. It's not your fault. It's this. Okay. And then we also have the Moon. Okay, let's see. The Moon, again, confusion. I'm picking up a lot of confusion here. Yeah, there's a lot of confusion. You're tired. Hold on, let's see. Okay, here we go. I knew that was going to come out for someone sooner or later. Okay, the Three of Swords, the Venus retrograde, painful realizations. We're going to be seeing love. Okay, out of the confusion, you're going to get the truth about something. This is what I was talking about before, okay? You're going to see the truth, and it's going to allow you to go forward. Because the Three of Swords, the Three of Swords is some sort of sadness, basically. But Page of Cups in reverse, okay? You're just going to feel a little bit insecure. Nothing major because it's the page. It's a very small core card. Okay, so it's going to make you feel a little bit insecure, but that's the touch because you're going to pick up from it. See, if it was really something strong, you'd get another card. Instead, you only got a page, meaning that, yeah, you're going to pick up and you're going to go forward with grace. And you said, well, you know what? I'm wiser now and I'm going to become stronger. And I'm only going to accept what I deserve. Just like the cards had said. Exactly. Sorry, the stars had said. And the cards confirmed it. Okay. And that's how other cards come out. Whoa. Okay. You too. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. And in fact, see, this little grief is going to be followed by some pain afterwards. But take a look at what comes right after it. The Fool. You're just going to get up and go. Leap of faith. Saying, you know what? Okay. I've learned my lesson. I've become stronger. Thank you for the truth coming out, because guess what? I'm going to take a leap of faith and I'm going to go do other stuff. You're going to bounce right back really strong. Great. Good for you, Virgo. The Fool is going to go for it. He's going to take that leap of faith. Okay, then we have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. Okay. Be very careful because the Fool is taking that leap of faith. Be very careful that you're not a little bit too foolish. Okay, this is what the Page of Pentacles is telling me. Just be very careful because you may just bounce back a little bit with too much flexibility maybe. Okay, remember, keep your feet on the ground as much as possible, especially in March. Reflect as much as possible. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Okay, Yeah, you're bouncing back a little strong. It's going to cause you a little bit of confusion maybe, but most of all, this is miscommunication. Okay, this is the Mercury retrograde. So when this happens, when you bounce back and maybe something comes through, this is at the end of the month, of the second week. So we were saying, don't believe everything that you hear. Okay, reflect as much as possible. This is it. You're going to have some information that is not exactly the truth. Okay, the Ace of Swords, which is the truth, is upside down. It's not going to be the truth. So you're going to feel confused. In fact, that's exactly what the stars had said. Exactly. It's confirmed. And it's going to be happening to you. Don't believe it. Okay, the stars even said flat out, do not believe everything that you hear. Reflect as much as possible. And in fact, okay, so we have at the end, the Three of Cups in the reverse, which confirms it. It's gossip. Okay, what the truth that you do not hear is straightforward gossip. There's nothing true to it. So keep in mind, Virgo, do not get hurt by that. It's gossip. You bounce back because you're strong. And so this might come through because you said, you know what? Okay, thank you very much for the truth. I'm going. Okay, you hurt me, but I'm still going forward. Okay, and that's why this comes out. The gossip comes out. Don't listen to it. Okay, and then we have the Five of Swords. See, because the Five of Swords could cause some disputes, some conflicts. Okay, in your case, what I'm seeing is that if you don't believe it because you understand that it's gossip, the only thing it's going to do to you is stress you out a little bit. It's going to just bug you, and that's it. Okay, but seeing the cards and knowing what's going to happen, you know that it's not the truth, and you know it's gossip. Okay, so the dispute won't happen. You're not going to argue with someone. You might because they bother you, but if you want to manage it and not simply go with the flow, if you want to manage it, just say, you know what, this is sort of stressing me out, and that's it, instead of actually fighting. Okay, it's definitely not the truth. Whatever the gossip is, it's not true. Because you're strong. You're gonna get back up and you're gonna go. See how happy you are? Okay. Okay, Virgo, I really hope this helps to avoid any problems because it's good. You're looking really good. And we're going to get rid of all this and leave it in the old era because the truth is coming out and we all love the truth. We all love to live with authenticity. Good for you, Virgo. I like it. I trust that you're going to be doing the right thing. Okay, Virgo, I really hope this helped. Thank you for being with me, for watching the video, for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye for now. From Angel.